All right, hello. How do I put this in a way that you will be able to understand? I have this microphone, which just basically means that I am wielding an unnecessary amount of power because listen to the clarity of my voice. That's very amazing, is it not? So it is. So yes, I'm trying to lean back on this chair, but it's very hard to lean back on. As you can see, there's not much of a back here. We are in my room right now, just hanging out. We're hanging out together, just you and me, just you and I guess, if we're gonna be proper here, which we should be because we are adults now. I am an adult now, at least. I have graduated. I know, hold your applause till the end. It's like, oh, it's a big deal, but it's not a big deal comparatively to the other things that are going on in the world right now. It's like a mild deal, if you know what I mean. I did in fact graduate, which means that I am moving on. I've grown up. I have this microphone now, which is insane. Obviously, I realize that this isn't really a microphone that like your typical YouTuber uses. This isn't like a podcast microphone. This is like a let me get up on stage and tell you a cool joke or sing you a song kind of microphone. But one, I'm not a comedian, and two, my singing career ended long ago when I did not get into the performance ensemble at SCAD. So that crushed all of my dreams, and we're sad about it. I do miss singing though. I'll be honest about that. I do really miss singing. I sang basically my whole life. I wrote songs in many bands. Shout out to Hot Chicks. I also had a solo career where I wrote many good songs. My great hit Just Believe, or I had a song where all the lyrics, all that I remember is you took me down, you cut me wide open, you could see my heart and it's broken. Why would you do this to me? Oh, baby. So yeah, 9-year-old me was heartbroken for some reason that I do not know. Was it my love for Danny Phantom and the show ending? Probably, because I knew nothing else about love at the time. So anyway, as I was saying, I graduated. I'm an adult. I have this microphone. I have a full-time job now, and although it is remote, it is very real. We're in meetings all the time. I'm making content, and I feel like I'm constantly disappointing people because I can't read tone over text, and working remotely is my literal nightmare. However, if anyone from Cherry is watching this, I love you, and can't wait to see you soon. I got a tattoo, which is crazy. I am an actual real adult because my parents had this rule that we were not allowed to get inked, if you will, until after we graduated college, or else we would have to pay for our own tuition. And as we all know, I am the broke friend and I have no money at all. So had to wait until I graduated, and I did, and now I have a job and I was able to pay for it myself, so we're good. Okay, so essentially, because I have this microphone, I feel like I'm speaking in a way that would be like a podcast voice, you know, or just because I have this, I don't have to be so loud and be like, what's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. Not that I'm really like that kind of person, but like, you know, sometimes I am, and it's annoying, and I'm sorry. Anyway, let's get to the point of this video. I have to go to a protest. Okay, this is my last SCAD video. I'm never gonna make a SCAD video again. Please stop asking me to make SCAD content. No, but in all seriousness, thank you guys so much for being along the ride with me for this amazing experience. Keep watching my SCAD freshman year dorm tour video because that is my best performing video of all time, and I hate that video so much. The filming is so horrible. You can see all the photos of my putrid ex-boyfriend in the background. I literally remember thinking, I was like, oh my god, I want to break up with him so badly. But then when I take the photos of him down, people who watch my YouTube videos will know. What? I did not break up with this boy because I didn't want to take down the photos for you all, you people who have probably not been here since, to know. So that's on toxic relationships. Yeah. But so yeah, keep watching that video, keep jiving with it, and literally every single person that ever writes or makes a video about their experience at SCAD, and whenever they get more views, I will be jealous of you, even though I'm no longer making SCAD video content. Yeah, so if your SCAD video performs better than mine, I will be self-conscious about that. So I'm looking at you, Hannah Maloche, that one video you made when SCAD paid you to come. Yeah, I know about that. Does SCAD still show my videos at SCAD Day without asking me and not without giving me any kind of compensation or prior notice? Yeah, they do. Does it bother me? Yes. Am I sure that they do not watch the videos because I do definitely trash talk SCAD in these videos? Yeah. Do they play them anyway? Yes. Let's get into it. I'm having too much fun with this microphone. Let me just make sure I'm still recording here. Oh, jeez. Thank you guys so much for watching all my SCAD content. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing, and you've done the most for me. Thank you for being my literal sugar daddies, because although I don't get a lot of money, if I do get money from YouTube, it's from you guys watching my SCAD videos. So, because literally no video ever performs well, so it's tough. It's tough. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna try to be fast. I have 45 questions, and I'm gonna try to be kind of quick with it because like it's already been 10 minutes, and we're still in the intro. So let's get started. First question: are the foundation professors answer is nice. It depends on how you roll it. I would say sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes the foundations professors expect a lot more of you than is necessary. The most common question I always get is, do I have to be good at drawing? The answer is no. Some professors will just really base it off of your progress and how much you're willing to try. Other professors will expect the world of you and then be really mean when you don't do well, but you physically can't. So I don't mean to frighten you with this news. However, some foundations professors take it a little bit too seriously, and I know it's like their job and they should take everything seriously that they do, whatever, but sometimes it can be kind of annoying, you know. Do I, Olivia, me, myself, and I, do I feel prepared for my future? AKA, has SCAD prepared me for the future? This is kind of a loaded question. I want to be like, yes, 100% totally. I love SCAD. I can't wait. To be completely honest with you, in my last quarter in Savannah, I remember having a conversation with my professor in my portfolio class and being like, I just don't feel ready. I feel like I'm going to get a job and know absolutely nothing, and then I'm going to get fired because no one's going to want me on their team. And he was like, Olivia, you're probably right. You might as well drop out now. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. But basically, something that I did learn is that you are constantly learning. No person from SCAD is going to graduate unless they are starting their own business and immediately be the CEO. I was out here trying to apply for like full-on creative director, like president of the company kind of jobs. And it's like, Olivia, literally pump the brakes. This is not the kind of job you're going to get right out of college. I am constantly learning and still learning new things, and I hope to jump from many jobs in the next few years. I don't see myself slowing down or stopping or settling in one place for too long, just because that's kind of not who I am, and I constantly am learning and doing new things. So do I feel prepared for my future? I think that SCAD prepared me a lot, and that this job that I have right now is going to prepare me a lot, and moving to LA is going to prepare me a lot, but my future is not ending. It's not like I graduate and then I stop and I flatline in my future for so long, if you know what I mean. It's constantly going to be growing and moving and taking twists and turns. This isn't the end. I'm going to continue to push myself to learn and grow and try new things and adventure and experience new things, because the end of college isn't the end of my life. So I want to continue to expand that. Did SCAD prepare me for a job? Maybe, but I truly feel like you don't actually get that experience until you have that experience. Yeah, SCAD taught me how to work with a group of people and also be really annoyed with team members that I'm working with in a group of people, but I think you really get that experience when you're actually in the job, if you know what I mean. What are the horse girls like? I mean, I don't know. There's a few that are really weird and they're like actual legitimate horse girls, and then there's a few that like actually have real majors and are really nice and cool and fun and not horse girls. But I don't know, dude. I didn't really interact with the like actual horse girls because they just freak me the hell out. So no, I don't know. You don't see them. They're like their own little cult. If they're actually an equestrian major, like I feel like you don't know them. There's a difference between being an equestrian major and then being on the equestrian team. You can do both, but it's kind of rare to just be an equestrian major. I'm like now questioning myself, like, is that even a thing? Also, there's 2 light bulbs over here, and the light bulbs are so old that they have kind of like melted into a dark orange color, and they smell really burny. They smell like fire. So if they pop at any time during this film, don't be alarmed. The lighting might change because they might explode, but if it happens, it happens. You know, I like to keep you guys on your toes, and so if we have a house fire, then we'll extinguish it when we get there. Okay, anyway. I'm only on question 4, geez. Do you think having a degree from SCAD made you more successful in your job search? I'm gonna say yes, I do think so. There are even some certain platforms like Business of Fashion, for example, that if you apply through their site and they see that you're from SCAD, you're gonna be pushed up to the top of their list, which is really cool. And I know I've had a few employers in the past that have been like, we know you're from SCAD, we know your work ethic, like we know how hard you're working and how like amazing and just beautiful and stunning and just a walking work of art you are. So yeah, hired right there, CEO, president of the company. Honestly, a lot of times people don't even know what SCAD is. I'm like, oh, I'm from SCAD, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, Savannah College of Art and Design, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's so cool. That's really cool. Is that Savannah, Georgia? And I'm like, yeah. If you tell them it's an art and design school, they're like, whatever, that's cool, I guess. What are the parties like, especially for freshmen? LOL. The parties are interesting. I don't even really know how to answer this question because it's so different for everyone. I will say get a fake ID. And this is literally another reason why SCAD doesn't look through my videos before, because they are literally playing videos of me on SCAD day that are like, yeah, get a fake ID, party playing every single weekend, like literally giving you illegal advice, and they play them and then just like don't tell me, and then other people tell me, and I'm like, well, that's on SCAD for just being stupid. There are lots of places to go downtown that are really fun to go drinking and dancing and all of those things. However, like house parties are pretty fun too. I can't say that they're like different. It's not like people are like smoking really long cigarettes and wearing berets and like giving art critique during parties. Like, we're rowdy as hell, and we're just like any other school, and we just want to drink and do drugs and party just the same as the next person. So pretty much like any other school. I mean, we don't have like frat houses, so it's not like we're having like any huge rager blowouts, but like, I mean, yeah, sometimes like it will be like, oh, I'm going to this gallery opening and then like want to go downtown. Like, that's pretty common. But God, I was at this one party once, and I like actually felt like really cool because I like had a moment with like some of you guys that like watch my videos, and I was like, I feel like a hero, which was like really cool on my end. But so I was at this party, and these freshmen walked in, and they were just like enjoying themselves, like trying to like get their like party on, whatever. And then these people were like, can we see your IDs? Can we see your IDs? Like, there's no freshmen here. Like, you're under 21, you're not allowed to be here. And then like I went up and I was like, whoa, like they can stay here. I kind of like stood up for my little freshies. I love you guys so much. Oh my God. I just think that it's annoying when people don't want freshmen at their parties, because it's like, suck it up, dude. Like, you were a freshman one time too. Like, literally, who cares? Who cares? Like, yes, freshmen like congregate in little packs and like kind of don't socialize with anyone else unless it's that one rowdy girl that's trying to get with like a senior guy. But like, let them live. Let them live. Like, I do that too. If I'm at a party and I don't know anyone, of course I'm going to stay with my little group of friends. Like, chill out, upperclassmen. You're not better than the freshmen. Shut up, okay? And also the thing is too, if you're a freshman or an incoming freshman and you're watching this video now and you go to SCAD, if you then become an upperclassman and you discriminate against freshmen at your parties, you're a jerk. Because if you're asking this question and then in the future you discriminate against freshmen, like, you're the worst. So don't be that person. Okay, on to the next. How safe is campus? I'd say, listen, it's hard to like judge this question just because Savannah is like an open campus. Each building kind of pops up in like different parts of the city. So like, it's kind of hard to say like how safe is campus, because campus is all of Savannah, and Savannah has a very high crime rate. So yes, while there may be gunshots into a building and like people might get mugged, like, it's just as unsafe as the next city. So keep that in mind. You're not in an enclosed campus, but you know that as you're going there. So just like, be careful. Don't be an idiot. I mean, don't walk alone at night, women, okay? But like, don't provoke anyone. Don't like go up to someone with a knife and be like, oh, you want a little piece of this? I don't know why anyone would ever do that, but don't do that, I guess. Is food bad? Yes. Next question. How well do you feel SCAD equipped you for the real world? I kind of already answered this question. I'm going to say I think that's also kind of up to you. Really push yourself to do your own personal creative projects, because sometimes doing the things that are just assigned in class isn't enough. I know like a lot of film kids, photography kids, like anyone trying to like do styling or fashion, like all those people are constantly doing their own projects, making their own things, just because sometimes like the homework you get doesn't really allow you to be creative in the way that you want to be, or you're not really doing what you want. Like, for example, like I wanted to do styling, like I didn't really get that opportunity that much, or as much as I wanted to in my classes, so I had to go out and do a bunch of my own photo shoots or like collaborate with other people and do that with them. So I think like if you really build your own experience, then you will be getting more experience for the real world, if you feel me. What is dating/Tinder like at SCAD? I never really Tindered at SCAD because it's literally all like military guys, and like, I mean, no offense, but that's just not my type personally. Didn't really do that. Dating kind of sucks. Everyone at SCAD kind of sucks. Although I did date a few SCAD boys and did have little flings with a few SCAD boys. Just stay away from film guys and like photo guys. They're all kind of garbage. But then I just think like, what other majors? Like, what other guys are there? And then I'm like, advertising guys, graphic guys, like any guy who plays sports, like, oh, they're kind of all garbage, So maybe just don't. Except for the fact that it's fun as hell, and you should, because like you're free and you're in your own world. And oh my God, like having little flings and like dating when you're like in the dorms. Let me say one thing. Groups of girls that then meet groups of guys and they start dating each other and they're their own friend group and they like go out and party. You are incredibly intimidating to me. I will never not be intimidated by you. I don't know what it is. And I still get intimidated by groups of high school boys. When will I not? I don't know. See, we thought I was an adult, and then here I am seeing groups of boys wearing lacrosse jerseys and backwards hats, literally the douchiest, ugliest guys. And I'm still like, oh my God. Act not natural, and that's embarrassing for me and other parties involved. However, dating is very fun because this is the first time that you're alone and you can have sexual intercourse without your parents around. I mean, it's true. So, like, that's really fun. You know, you can stay out as late as you want. I mean, I don't know what your high school experience was like, but for me, it's pretty sheltered, you know? Like, you can't always live your own life. You can't be free, and then you end up sneaking out and lying to your parents, and that's not great. That's not super fun. So it's fun to just date around, and also college is the perfect time to experiment and try new things and meet new people. So just make out with everyone. Oh my God, I swear to God, if my dress doesn't stay on for the rest of this video, I'm just gonna have to get naked and film this whole thing without any clothes on. Wouldn't you like that, you dirty son of a gun? Sicko? Get out of here. Yeah, advice for Gen Eds? No, just try. Just do it. Just make it happen. Anything you would change about study abroad? I think maybe being more adventurous. I did travel a lot, but I think maybe just like going out and experiencing more things. I kind of had one really bad experience in LKF when I was in Hong Kong. I know sadly the Hong Kong campus is no longer open. Sorry, suckers. It was really awesome. Sucks for you. I mean, it does, but I am sorry because it was really amazing. I mean, hopefully SCAD will open another campus. I don't know. I think that was just kind of like draining them for money for like a really long time somehow. I don't know. If they open another one, definitely go. Study abroad as much as you can. It's really, really, really worth it. I have to be more quick with this because I really have to go to this protest. Did I always take summer quarters? I did pretty much, but always online. I would take maybe one, maybe max 2 classes online. I know some people did stay in Savannah and take in-person classes, but those are a little bit harder to come by and you can't always rely on those. I just liked it because I thought it helped me get ahead, even though I had to end up taking 4 classes almost every single quarter for the last like 2 years, which was really horrible. I would recommend to you guys not taking 2 minors. It's not really worth it and no one's ever really gonna know. And if you get far enough in your minor, you can still just tell people you minored in that. So whatever, that's what I did. Minored in fibers and fashion journalism. Did I finish either of those things? Nope. But did I minor in them? Off the record, yes. How do you graduate faster? I would just say pile up on classes, take summer quarters. Don't take as many electives as you think you can, because you can't. What do you love most about SCAD? I don't know. The film festival. My favorite thing about SCAD is definitely the film festival. I would spend millions and millions of dollars every single year to see almost every film. I would obtain almost all of my absences during this time and just go see movies and then feel super pretentious when I say that I meet celebrities and feel just like better than everyone else when I'm like, oh yeah, I already saw that movie. It's not in theaters yet, but I already saw it. So it's like not a big deal, but like I actually saw that at the premiere. Yeah, I actually saw that movie already and to talk back with the director and the 3 main actors. So I actually met the actors. Actually, I went to an after party with the actors. I actually wrote this movie and directed it, so it's no big deal. But how do you feel about the schedule? I really like it. I love not having Friday classes. Now that I have an actual job and I work on Fridays, I absolutely hate it. I don't understand it at all. And having 2-day weekends really rips out my whole soul because I expect nothing but 3-day weekends, and 2-day weekends are the worst. So I love the schedule. My ideal schedule for me would be to pile all of my classes on Monday and Wednesday and then have a 4-day weekend and have Tuesday and Thursday off. So then I would have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday as a weekend, and that was glorious. So yeah, now as you can imagine, having 2-day weekends is really horrible. I don't like it. What's the best way to make friends / get involved? I would say the best way to make friends is to get involved. Join clubs if you want to. Did I join any clubs? Not really, no. But it is a good way to meet people. Also, I think just like really put yourself out there. You're a freshman, take the bus. Meet people on the bus. I did. I made some friends on the bus. Who knows? Just say yes to things. Just don't be shy. Any regrets on going to SCAD? No. Sometimes I'm like, maybe if I went to a state school, it would be really fun and I would have that whole like Project X experience and it would be insane and crazy and wonderful. And then I remember that I don't really like do drugs and I don't really like crowded spaces and parties. So I probably would have had a pretty similar experience if I went to a state school. Biggest thing SCAD changed about you after 4 years? Perhaps my ability to actually care about myself and love myself. We're still working on this, but it's a little bit better. Nothing really changed about me in the last 4 years. I maybe became a little bit more sassy, although my friends at home would probably beg to differ because I think my personality has pretty much stayed exactly the same from when I was like 7 years old. Okay, I don't know. I don't have an answer that question because I'm exactly the same. I am not that exciting. Okay. Honest opinion on the dorms. I think the Hive is incredible. It's elite, and it will absolutely set you up for failure if you try to live on campus in any other way in any other year, because the Hive is amazing. It wraps you in, and then you're like, you know what, I'll just stay on campus. And then you live in O house, get allergic reactions because there's mold in your air vents, and die. Savannah or Atlanta? Again, please stop asking me questions about Atlanta. I know nothing about Atlanta. I don't like Atlanta. I don't like the city. I don't like the traffic. I don't like the city. It is weird and has hills, and none of the streets are parallel, and it's so confusing to me, and I really don't like Atlanta. So please do not ask me questions about Atlanta. I don't know about Atlanta, and I feel really awkward when you ask me questions and then I say, oh, I would recommend going to Savannah because I have actually never been to Atlanta to stay as a student and I don't know much about it. And then you just like the message and don't say anything else. I feel really weird about that. So just don't ask, okay? Thanks. Favorite fashion marketing class? Probably 311, but only if Oscar's teaching it unless they get a different professor. I don't think Oscar's teaching it anymore. And the FASM professors, that stands for fashion marketing, the FASM professors are kind of exploding. We only had, as I graduated, we only had 3 professors, and everyone is just rapidly getting fired or quitting. So if not any class with Don, he'll kind of drive you up the wall, but he's also just the best. So Don, if you're watching this, hey, I don't know why you would be watching this because you are a professor at SCAD and you probably don't need any advice about SCAD, but what's up, Don? Hey, yo. How is everyone paying for it? I don't know, okay? Stop asking me questions. How intense is the workload? So that is kind of like relative, I think. Listen, if you're an architecture major, it's insane and you should probably just drop out. But I'd say it's pretty intense. I mean, I also pull all-nighters all the time, but that's mainly because I just suffer from extreme FOMO and I have to be hanging out with my friends at all times. And then once they go to bed is when I do my homework. So then I pull all-nighters because I just like hate not hanging out with people. So that's my own problem, but I'd say it is pretty intense. You do have a lot of work, and also if you are like me and take way too many electives in the beginning and then have to take 4 classes like all the time towards the end, then like you're gonna have a lot to do. But it's like, it just don't procrastinate and like don't be like me and procrastinate. Oh my god, my camera is gonna die. I have to finish this. Okay, let me just see if there's any questions. We're doing a speed round here. Okay. When living off campus in an apartment or house is better, it's pretty much the same thing. Just don't live in any of the really big apartments because they're way too overpriced and like honestly kind of horrible. Don't do it. They're in a weird area of town and like they're gonna be too expensive for what they are, and just don't do it. Live in somewhere that's not that. Best food places in Savannah, here's a list. Pause. Best coffee shops in Savannah, here's a list. Pause. Are the RAs strict? It depends. I have some RA friends that are like best friends with their hall mates. I don't know, dorm people, children, students. I don't know what you want to call them. Yeah, I have some friends that are really close and with their RAs, and then I have some people that absolutely hate their RAs. I have some people that never interacted with their RAs, and that's kind of how it was for me. All of my years living on campus, I never interacted with them except for when one of my roommates tried to kill me. That's a total over-exaggeration, but we did have to have some interventions with our RA and my roommate, which was horrible. How often can you go to the beach? Literally as often as you want. If you have a car, that's up to you. I don't care what you do. Go to the beach or don't. I don't care. I don't care, okay? What should I get involved in? Literally everything except for hard drugs. Can you collaborate with upperclassmen on projects? Yeah, I think it's really cool if you can do that, especially if you're hot. There was this one guy that worked on a project one time. He was a freshman when I was a junior, and I was literally in love with him until the day that I graduated. Am I still in love with him? Yes. Does he know that I exist? Probably not, but he's literally so cool. He is film, which is kind of takes back everything that I've ever said about film boys, but oh my god, he was like, wow. I was like, wow, he's amazing, and I'm in love with this boy. Will we ever meet again? Probably not, but yeah, have younger kids work on your projects because they're like hot and unbothered. So yeah. How do you get in with your professors? Get in? I don't know. Don't sleep with them if that's what you're asking, because then the professors will get fired. That happened to most of the fashion marketing professors, and by that I mean 1, but it happened. So 1 is more than enough, especially when we only have like 5 professors. But if you want to get in with them, I think just like actually participate in class. I am very active in all of my classes, or I guess at least I was, and I would always like talk to my professors and stuff, and I think that's really important. And go to extra help, like get on their good side and stuff, and then they'll love you, and then you can kind of joke around with them, and then you can just like tell them you want good grades, and then maybe they'll give you good grades. And best advice for SCAD freshmen, I don't know. I think that I want to say, and I'm going to make this is my last SCAD video, but I am going to make some like kind of relative like college advice videos because I just can't resist and they get me views. LOL. Okay. But best advice for SCAD freshmen, I would say be yourself. take things slow, know that you matter, and don't let others get in the way of who you are. My camera's gonna die. It already kind of died. But yes, be yourself. Never let anyone else dull your sparkle. Never change. And if someone is toxic, cut them out of your life because they're not worth it. And you matter more than what other people think of you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe. And that's all I have time for now because my camera's gonna die. I have to go to a protest because Black Lives Matter. I don't know if you know that. They mattered yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So please, you guys, protest, wear a mask, stop making wearing a mask political, and vote.